I might be aging myself with this one, but I don't care. I thought it was the perfect opportunity. So I don't know if you know, but probably if you're checking this video, you probably know, or are knowing now, that TVXQ, one of the most important groups in K-pop, well, had a comeback, like a full comeback. And here's the thing. One can have a lot of opinions in regards to all generations. I fully respect that. Of course, things change is what they do. But I do need to admit that for me, TVXQ is one of those groups that I cannot deny. When I saw them, I was amazed by it. And because I saw this new comeback that they had, and I listened to the full album, and I give my opinions on it in a little bit, I thought, you know what? Let's actually use this opportunity to bring back some memories. So this is not just going to be a reacting to the music video, but it's also going to be a rewatching of the video that made me fall in love with K-pop in general, and that really made me go, wow, these people are really, really talented. This is my jam. Let's just picture it. Me in 2011, I actually had gotten into K-pop a while ago. First I got into Japanese music, and I was, with my little groups. Whenever I had something that I thought was interesting, I would learn the choreography. I would listen to the music whenever I could, be on the internet. And I was very open, as I guess most of us are that get into these type of genres that are far from us, is that we were just curious people, and something catches your attention, and then because of the recommendations from YouTube, then you go further and further. And I have to say that I don't remember exactly what happened, but I do remember that when I got into K-pop, when I started to noticing, of course, the difference in language, but also in some aspects in regards to the style, in regards to the mixing of genres and all of it, I mean, I was hooked for sure. But there were some things that just catch my eye that I would put on repeat. And TVXQ, Keep Your Head Down, the performance was absolutely one of those. I remember just fascinated by it. I watched it over and over again. And this is actually the music video, which I don't even remember how it is. The performance though, yes, because it's amazing. But I wanted to do the music video from Keep Your Head Down, released in 2011, because again, I don't know, I think it could be an amazing opportunity to rewatch some of the classes that made me get into this whole thing. With the introduction done, let's just go for it. This is TVXQ, Keep Your Head Down music video. Oh, look at the hair. Oh my god. Oh, so it hits just perfectly. There was this period in which they were really into martial arts in music videos. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh, look at that! This, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember the holes on the wall. I mean, a lot of suits as well. That was a thing with SM. Okay, CGI. Ah, so good! Sorry. I actually like this style. I'ma say it. I think it's kind of cool. That one, debatable. But this one here, yeah. Keep your head down. And that, ooh, so good. Oof, so tasty. The tiny movements, so amazing to see. I highly recommend the performance video. Genuinely, it's amazing. Also the performance video, now that I think about it, because I'm not seeing that video here, they have a different style, which is, you know, the style of the time. Oh, there it is. This suits. Oh yeah, this is what I fell in love with. This music video. No, what's going on? Wait. Okay, my internet was, you know, trying to praying for my downfall. So we're gonna go back a little bit and let's keep on going. Back to the suits. Oh, look at that. It was the fur, the pattern, the colors. But that's the thing about K-pop that always struck me. It just works. They just sell it to you. So even now, yes, some details are a little bit dated, as in they're not now in fashion, but for the time and for the whole thing, it works. Ooh, that was a nice shot. Keep your head down. They have such amazing voices. That's another thing that you need to give credit to it where it needs to be. One thing about not all companies, but some of them really know how to meld voices together. And then, of course, the artists develop it further with the time, but, you know, that's something that we need to give credit with this absolutely. That play on the voice. What? That interesting way of rapping. What? Oof, I was so obsessed with this. This is me fangirling for like 4 minutes. Oof. I think that's one of the other things that we need to say. They were doing it all. They're singing, rapping, doing the very hard choreo, and acting. Yeah. And I think a lot of the dancers are still with them, because I do recall seeing them in even more recent videos, and I think that's also lovely. Everybody clap, everybody look at them. I mean, it was a style at the time. Wow. The memories! The memories! But okay, before I get into the most recent one, and then of course talking about the album, I do want to kind of point out a couple of things that I guess could be annoying for some people, so fair enough, you know, fast forward. But things change, and we need to accept that. And I say this because I feel a lot of people have a lot of issues still with this conversation in regards to old gen and new gen. There were things that actually were a little bit better back then, but there's also a lot of things that were really fucked up. And the whole point should be to move forward and do things better. And what I see sadly is that some things have gotten actually worse and other things have gotten a little bit better. It's a 50-50 thing. So in regards to the whole generation thing, it can be useful to place something in a period of time, of course. But also, it's just music. The song, I still bop to it. Besides, you know, the fashion, the haircuts and all of it, I still enjoy it. It doesn't have a lot to do with the time. Of course, with TVXQ and groups like this one, we can open the door to all of those changes. That's why I'm saying it. It's because TVXQ, this is the one that, you know, made me got into it and really pulled me through. But then I started to learn things like, hey, there weren't just 2 people. TVXQ used to be more. And then you have the whole connection with the company. And then all of those things that if you're into K-pop, usually tend to learn at some point. And what I think is important is that it's not about focalizing too much on what generation you are or thinking that some groups are just better than others because they had more influence in the history of it. First of all, it's entertainment industry. You should enjoy what you're watching, what you're listening to. And when you have things like this, that regardless of all of the other aspects, even after so long, you still enjoy, you still have fun memories because of it, maybe help you through a hard time. That should be the main thing. That should be it. Everything else comes after. We can open a discussion. Why there used to be more members, why things have changed in the industry and with companies and the contracts and all of it. That's absolutely something we can talk about. But let's go back to the basics. It should be an enjoyable thing and stay an enjoyable thing. So I just wanted to point that out. And if you're interested, there's so many videos out there that explain, for example, with this group, what happened, why it happened, and all of the repercussions that had in the industry nowadays. Having finished talking about that, now let's move on to the music video of Rebel from the album. And then we're gonna get into it, but for now, let's just look at the music video. Whew, this is going to be interesting. Let's just go for it. 2 minutes, 59 seconds. Let's go. Ooh. Classic SM box. If you know, you know. He looks quite young. The bird looks young. Damn. It doesn't look like 13 years. Okay. Okay. Oh! Ooh, that was lovely. Ooh, that was beautiful. Okay. Oof, this is good. I had no idea what they would be going for with this song. When I listened to it, I just listened to the song, but oof. Interesting choices. I like them. Many of them, not all, but many of them. Come on. Come on, that was oof. Oof, that's good. Really interesting backgrounds. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Let's put a pin on that thought because otherwise I'll forget. Ooh, this scratching. Oof, I love that scratching. A lot of extra sounds in that song. Interesting connection with the music video. Oof, I love me that. I love when the beat is actually following. Not always, but it's nice when they do. Let's put a pin on that as well. Another thing there as well. Okay, a lot of thoughts. I just want to say, I did not plan this. I mean, I listened to the album, so I knew about the song, but I didn't thought about what the music video might look like. And when I decided that I wanted to see Keep Your Head Down was just for, again, the connection that I have. But I think this is kind of turned out to be perfect in many ways. So let me breathe for a second, regain my thoughts, and let's talk about it. First things first, let's go back because I actually think that these 3 points can actually be helped quite a lot if we watch the music video. So starting with my first thought was that for some reason, it has a similar kind of video from Keep Your Head Down. There's a lot of similarities. This futuristic, almost like one of those movies, the sci-fi movies, the background, all of the details, you know, the play of the CGI. I think it's a huge recalling to that video. And given that we saw it together, I'm asking, but I saw that. Did you saw it? Is it just me? I love the red background with the black clothes. That's one of my, I love that. Of course, we have an evolved style. We have something that matches what now we deem interesting and fashionable. And of course, newest things in order to make the CGI look less terrible. But actually I have to say also in the other video, it looked okay. It's not a movie. See, okay, this is very sci-fi. It's reminding me a little bit of EXO's style in Don't Stop the Music, Don't Stop the Feeling. Wait, what's the name of the song? Don't Fight the Feeling. Oh gosh, my brain. What? It's too much. Anyway, it reminds me of that style. But of course, they do their own thing. Okay, that one of the points was the song, the voice. They have, of course, there used to be more, but there are two. In the both music videos that we saw, they are two, so we're gonna consider them two. And I think that it is fascinating how, again, a company, it's not just the artist and their talent, of course, that's very useful, but also the company needs to help with the education of the voice, not just for singing, but for rapping. And if you cannot rap, because you have all sorts of different styles of rapping, you need to find a way to match things. And I think they both have a very interesting way in which they rap, which is not fully rapping, but is slightly closer to singing. And also I noticed, also in Keep Your Head Down, that they modify their voices a little bit. And I enjoy it. I think it's quite nice. They add a sort of growl, or they don't leave the rap at the same beat, which again is very dependable of the person. But again, with all of these sounds, different sounds and ways in which they pronounce things, I think it's a very interesting way to rap without fully rapping if that's not your thing. They're both mainly singers. I would say that's kind of the baseline. But they also are so fluent in all of it that you can enjoy it in all of their moments. You see, di tocado instead of da 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 da. It's interesting. Of course, singing again. Baseline. Ooh, that was a nice. Ooh, I didn't see that. Wait, let's go back. We need. Nice, that was a nice transition. Okay, here of course this is not the voice, this is also with an addition, but again, with you having just two artists, I do feel that it is useful to play a little bit with all of the things that you can, that, you know, new stuff allows you to. I know T-Pain, for example, got a lot of hate because of that, but Autotune can do a lot of stuff, so I quite enjoy when they play with this. This is the fascinating grow up into the song. Does you want to like fight? I don't know. I also love this scene. This sort of drape, this sort of dress. Oof. And also that change of faces. Oof. See, he's not fully rapping normally. He's adding something else, but it adds to the song and the whole vibe. It's really guttural. I can do it. Okay. I'm not gonna try you. See, he does this as well. I think it's lovely. I think it's fun. I love to notice those things when they are there. This beat, however, since the moment I listened to it, it's reminding me of something, but I cannot tell what exactly. Oof, lovely. Okay, you have this part in here. Da, 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 da. That again is reminding me of something. This might be a sample for something that I just cannot my mind cannot reach that far, but I think it's also an interesting way in which the song and the style that we also say in Keep Your Head Down works. So you have this song that is beating and you're kind of like getting into it, but the stops, let's call it like that, are allowing you to want it even more, even more. So when you have the moment of truth, it's like, ooh, it hits. For example, in the middle of the song, we have the singing moment. These are things, by the way, are very typical in many songs. It's not just them, it's not just a sound. Dance break, because TVXQ, of course, they need to dance. It's good. Also, a lot of the sounds in the back, screams, or something modified. Bringing the energy. Breathing the energy. Wait, I don't know at this point. The way he sings that, it's so hard. This is hard already. Oof, it's hard, sorry, it is. It is really entertaining. I love it. Bringing the energy. So good, so good. Now that we have seen both the OG, for me, music video and this new one, I want to talk about the album. I'm so happy. I'm so absolutely happy with this album, mainly because I think it's amazing. And so I'm quite happy to see that a group that, again, I have some sort of history with, even after all this time, they have been able not only to adapt, but as you saw in the music video and the songs themselves, they maintain a lot of what they are. It's very recognizable. So I would absolutely recommend you to check not only this album, 20 and 2, but also the previous things that they had done, even before they were just two. Like the group in general, TVXQ, have some amazing things. In regards to this album, first of all, 10 songs. Thank you. Thank you for calling an album what actually can be defined an album. Because the amount of times that I'm like, ooh, album is like 7 songs. It's like, come on now. And you know, I understand the doing mini albums a bit more. I mean, either do that, you know, commit to either one or the other. Just do a mini album with 3, maybe 5 songs if you're feeling fancy, or just go for an actual full album that has things for me to listen to. I don't know, that might be a pet bit of mine. Anyway, back to this. Sorry. 10 songs, lovely. We have, of course, Rebel. But we have a lot of songs that, again, I think it's amazing how they have managed to maintain themselves so well. And also, I recommend you TVXQ in general, but I would actually also recommend you the 2 separated artists. So, of course, we have Yuno and Changmin, and they have some amazing songs. I have to, one of the things I'm going to need to point out, just because it's genuinely one of my probably favorite kpop songs ever, yes, I said what I said, is Changmin Chocolate. That song, I remember when I listened to it, I actually had to, it's one of those few cases when a song, I need to stop and take a breath because I'm genuinely losing it a little bit. And of course, when I know already the song, I can prepare myself. So this is one of those music videos which I might have done that, actually, if I have listened to the song at the same time that I have watched the music video. But because I didn't do it, I was able to calm myself down. But with, again, Chocolate by Changmin, I did not expect that. I was fully surprised by that. I was just happy, you know, as you are, like, oh, the grandpas are back, that's lovely to see. So when he came out with that, shooketh. But again, check all of the other things. Of course, in this album, you have a little bit of everything, as you tend to do. You don't have hard-hitting things, you also have slightly slowing things, but because of what I just said for 1,000 times, they are so talented at melting everything together that it's really enjoyable. which again is what I said, it should be the main thing. It's really entertaining to see. They are great singers, of course they are, but they also are really fun at playing with the rapping that they do in order to kind of meld the songs together. And this is of course maybe not just them, but also the producers and everybody behind the music, the way in which they play with so much sounds, that is kind of K-pop. That's one of the things that I feel that for me, for example, really makes me still be interested in listening to some of the comebacks, because I know there's fun in that. We don't have the same things. Yes, sometimes we do, but there's also this space a little bit more natural and organic to do a little bit of silly stuff and play a little bit more with a synthesizer, or I don't know, whatever. So I'm really, really happy with TVXQ, with this album. I know it came out a while ago at this point, but I really wanted to make this video again, rewatching the old one and watching this one, and talking about a group that is part of K-pop. Is part of K-pop in many ways. So I would recommend you to also check that story. I'm really happy with this album, really happy with this rewatching. It made me go, oh, I could rewatch a lot of the old ones because they still are bangers. And again, that performance, I might actually do that right now. And of course, that performance, as in the concert performances and the ones that I did at music shows, I haven't seen them yet, but I know they did, and I'm so excited to watch that. But I'm gonna do that on my own so I can scream and not be a bother on camera. So, and yeah, I guess that's it. I already babble enough. Okay, I lie. Actually, one last recommendation that I just say here, which is the Dingo Music Killer Voice videos that a lot of artists have done. I think it's lovely because it is also a way not only to see that they are really talented, but that you have this whole journey of the songs, and maybe it's a great way for you to get into more songs of an artist that you already like. Yes, they usually do just the famous ones, but who knows, maybe there's something that you missed, and that's a great way to find it. So I swear that's the last recommendation. I would love to know what are your thoughts in regards to TVXQ, in regards to this album, and maybe which is the music video from whatever generation that got you into K-pop. I would love to know. In the meantime, I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.